and you leave. Just to let you know, today it's all about money matters. Yeah, financial fitness. That's what we'll be discussing in the next hour. If you know, you know. All right, 25 minutes to the top of the hour, 8 in the AM. And I think we need to get to know what's being reported in the dailies this morning. My name is George Gishuru.
And my name is Beatrice Ludi.
Yep.
And maybe you can start us
Allow
off
me to start
with
the Daily Nation.
Yes.
And two headlines I can pick. And they say, why Kanja won't give up 60 billion shillings payroll roll. So they're saying police chiefs and the commission have had a frosty relationship on the salary matter. They say it's a tough wars. A vicious fight for the control of police salaries has escalated, with the police chief vowing not to surrender control of the 60 billion shillings annual budget. By his defiance, Inspector General Douglas Kanja is taking on the National Police Service Commission and members of Parliament. Who will blink first, they ask. It's a story that is covered on page 4 and 5. For me, the most important thing, it doesn't matter who blinks first. For me, the most important thing is that salaries of law enforcement officers are paid. Whoever is paying them, so long as they are paid. That is, for me, all that matters. Whoever is in charge, ni sawa. They can fight and all. But wasicheze na mishahara ya polisi wetu. Hapana.
We wouldn't allow.
No, don't even dare. So that is on the front page. Still on the front page, the lower part. Harambee Stars kick off CHAN with historic win. Was watching that match on television yesterday. Harambee Stars versus DRC. And the national football team opened the 2024 African Nations Championship CHAN campaign with hard-fought victory over DR Congo. With the win, each player will now pocket 1 million shillings prize money that was promised by President William Ruto. That was a story that is covered on pages 35 and 36. And Austin Odhiambo was the person who was the player that scored the all-important goal almost at the end of the first half. So 3 points in the bag, and a very important start to the campaign. And on top of that, 1 million shillings richer. Because each player, not actually the team, that was as promised by the president. And so when he went to see them in the locker room, they were very quick to remind him, boss, you promised. And he said this morning, they need to check their accounts. To be wired.
Sasa jiji niko na swali. Na ulikuwa ukwe footballer. How does it make you feel?
The dreams are valid. My dreams are still valid. Maybe my dream, my son will actualize my dream.
Sindio? Who knows?
Who knows?
Right now you would have been 1 million.
1 million shillings
Bob richer. But it is well.
He's not any vanity.
Sindio? Mambo ya dunia.
All right, the heavy cost of illegal deportation of foreigners. Now, the illegal deportation of foreigners by the Kenyan government will cost taxpayers millions of shillings in hefty court awards. It's a story that is on page 3. Then I see KTDA affiliated factories will secure government funding for value addition to improve tea farmers' earnings. On page 14, you can read that. And then the National Parents Association and the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers, KUPPET, want an urgent probe into the ghost schools scandal. You
I remember
that story. And now they are calling for a probe into the same. And then the high schooler pullout inside the nation. Saxophone tunes. Michelle blows all the perfect notes. You can read that also covered inside the Daily Nation. And also I see here court suspends 2 million shillings fine against Governor Kihika over Lake Nakuru pollution. And Edwin Sifuna, ODM can replace me, but I won't support President Ruto. He remains adamant adamant. Read that story as well inside the Daily Nation. And then I see here Nairobi Abaz as CHAN 2024 Group A matches kick off yesterday. And in the other match, Harambee Stars, of course, won against DR Congo by a 1-0. In the other Group A match, another favorites for the tournament, this is the Atlas Lions of Morocco. They eased past Angola at Nyayo National Stadium. That was the match that was played last night. And you can read that as well. And Dennis Oliech gets a new role as CHAN comes to Nairobi. So he gets a new role. He is the ambassador of the CHAN tournament. You can read that as well. So that is what is being reported in the Nation.
All right, and I would love to just pick up from where you've left.
Right.
The Standard is covering how politicians hijacked CHAN moment, locking out genuine fans.
Yeah.
Surely.
That was the only concern. Yeah.
Yeah, but also in a flip of the same story, Karen Nyamu, is said to have had to join fans after VIP access denied.
You see,
at Kasarani.
Now, allow me to mention something on that.
Yeah.
The tournament that is being, we are just but the hosts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
This is an international, a continental tournament. So there is something called CAF. CAF is the body that governs football in Africa. So they are the organizers.
Yes.
We are just but the hosts. So we won the rights to host the tournament. So as such, there is nothing in as far as management that is by the government. Yes, the government will come in and chip here and there, but the overall is by CAF, who have appointed a committee to run this whole tournament. So when I saw these politicians coming and with their troops, when politicians come, wako na jeshi yao. So they were coming, trying to, just because they are, sorry to say this, but they are just but members of parliament. There's nothing unique about them.
Yes.
But they were coming here trying to show, do you know who we are?
Yeah.
I am an MP. They were told, Chief, Madam, we don't know you. We don't recognize you. The good thing, this is not Labor Day celebrations. This is not Madaraka Day celebrations where you're having locals who fear or they see you and they start, making ways for you.
Yeah.
Do you know they didn't access that VIP? Waliambiwa him, her, and the government spokesperson.
Yes.
Walikuja hapo, they found some no-nonsense looking fellas. Kaambiwa, rudi huko, unaona huko
kwa mafans.
Kwa huko. Yeah, and so for me, I was actually very happy.
Yes.
Because one, they came in late. So mnataka everything now to come to a standstill.
Imagine.
Just because you are just a member of parliament.
No.
No. Follow protocol. Wanuwache mafans, genuine fans.
Yeah.
Kuja wa enjoy game.
Because some of this don't even care about.
They don't.
They don't even know.
We don't even know you. You're just here for the game. If we wanted you, tungekuja bunge. Visit. Carry on.
I see emotions are going high.
Yeah.
So let's proceed. All right, let me have a look at the top page of the Standard. And I see the top page here covering quite a sad story. Mothers gone cold. They were fathers, daughters, lawmakers, and whistleblowers killed brutally, mourned publicly, then forgotten by a justice system built to forget. From Christy Msando to Mercy Keino, Jacob Juma to Agnes Wanjiru, their deaths sparked outrage, but no answers. Years later, no convictions, no closure. As families grieve, the silence is deafening. A nation once promised accountability must now confront a grim question. Why do Kenya's dead never get justice? A story covered on page 4 and a very genuine concern and important question. Why do Kenya's dead never get justice? We forget as though it's something even forgettable. Yet it's not. You can imagine the families who have been left with a permanent scar.
Forever.
And on top of that, no justice, no closure.
Yeah.
It's quite unfortunate, and we just pray that justice will come from God, because sometimes to expect men to perform justice is hard and difficult, but if it comes from God, then he deals directly. He's a just God. Even as our Rev was praying the other day, bringing the scenarios of the Old Testament and the New Testament as well, where God performed justice from above. We believe that that can be the case, and that these people will not go scot-free. We ought not to think they will go scot-free, because they won't, as long as we serve a living God. But that's the story covered on the Standard, pages 4. And of course, Chan is the story here. One goal, one nation, one dream. Harambee Stars made a dream start to their 2024 Chan campaign, edging out two-time champions DR Congo 1-0 in a gripping group opener at Kasarani. And yesterday we had buses making so much noise all around. I mean, nilikuwa tunasema, tupite tu hii gari, because it's very chaotic. Of course, the people could not relax yesterday, but I see here, feel free to wear Harambee Stars jersey to work, Ruku to public servants. That's it. I think as Kenyans, we are proud. We are proud of our people, and we are very, very glad that they did us proud. Mutahi Mureithi, the culture of poverty, a visit to Rhoda slum. Look at that story covered on the Standard. And one more story I would love for us to touch on. It's on the health and science pull out today. Why experts are pushing for breastfeeding, warn against formula feeding and bottle feeding. Just the other day, we covered a story about career women feeling like they don't want to breastfeed, don't want to lose shape, and what have you, and turning to bottle feeding as well. But I love that today the Standard now is opening our eyes to the dangers of going the formula way when the child is still so young, under 6 months. I think sometimes we have missed the point that we feel that a child is an inconvenience. Unfortunately, that's how we see it. But years from now, those children that you think were an inconvenience when they were young will become the most important legacy that you will ever leave behind. Yesterday, I was hearing a story of a 42-year-old lady, unmarried with no children. And she was saying, I didn't think that at 42 I'd be lonely. No child, no husband, because they were chasing career, because they were chasing this and that. But you forget that at the end of your life, the thing that people will really remember you for, if at all you're not a big person or doing so much, the most in the platforms, are the children that you raise, the family that you build. So we have to set our priorities right, and to know that career is something you can always go after. But then your children, if you miss a particular window of their lives, you may never be able to get it back. But then when you sacrifice your career, or you sacrifice all the other things, your body will change whether you like it or not. As you grow older, you'll become old, your body will be frail. So you cannot say that I want to maintain my body. For what? What matters is that you raise up these children, because that's the one legacy that you're going to leave behind. So we need to put our priorities right. And we were just saying, Gigi, this morning, that being a parent is the one thing that makes you selfless. So that means that when we allow selfishness, and at the same time we are parents, the two things cannot dwell together. We have to let go and die to self when it comes to children, so that we can be selfless. And breastfeeding is one of those ways to be selfless. It's not easy. I am a mom. My boy is almost 5 months, so I know that breastfeeding is not an easy job. But then the benefits and the rewards of it are way much bigger than me losing my shape or not being able to achieve my career goals. Trust me, years from now, I will look back and thank God that I pushed through and that I endured through the process. So I think it's important for people to read that story, that formula feeding and bottle feeding may actually be dangerous to the child. And I understand there's some women who struggle with milk. But I believe that there are ways to ensure that your milk supply is good. And one of those ways is to breastfeed even more, because as you do it, it activates, you know, even more. Yeah, but anyway, that is what is being reported in our newspapers this morning before we begin our whole health show.
I know, right? Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know if you have anything on the business day.
Just because it's Financial Fitness Day, Business Daily, banks face loan refunds risk from illegal charges. Stanbic Spire Bank found in breach for varying rates. Industry lobby KBA back in court to avert danger of more suits. And KRA seeks to block exit of ex-Java owner in 3 billion shillings row. So you can read that. And Kenyan textiles retain edge over Asian rivals despite 10% tariff. And the state to invest idle sugar tax cash in treasury bills and bonds. That is what is being covered in the Business Daily.
All right. Now it's time for us to have a look at the video of the day.